Next up in Mastering Meditation, we'll be moving on to Chapter 5, which is titled KRIYA Yoga Bliss Program, which is a very intriguing sounding name for a chapter, I gotta say. And so what we'll be primarily focusing on for this part of the chapter is the fourth proof, where your skin can start to feel like it's tingling and vibrating or buzzing, like I used to call it my body buzz meditation, and it can eventually spread throughout your entire body. And so he writes, once you feel the hands hot and heavy, try to spread that relaxation into your arms, into your torso, into your legs, and into your face. If you feel the fourth proof, which is the whole skin buzzing thing, and parts of the skin begin to tingle delightfully, this is showing you the part of your body which is most profoundly relaxed. If you can feel it in your whole form, then you will soon dive deeply into the freeze response and complete interiorization of the mind. And I don't know if I'm just kind of like pumping up my own ego here, but I really like, when he brings up this part of it, because it just lines up so perfectly with, what I used to call my body buzz meditation. Because really, when I was, making videos on my channel about that shit and kind of diving into my own personal meditation practice, I didn't have any meditation teacher. I was just fucking exploring the space and seeing what I noticed and coming back and reporting back to you guys in my videos what I was finding. I also think that like me being in the float tank really helped out a lot with it, because that's where I made a lot of my discoveries and exploring, the mental meditation space. Next we'll talk about bliss in the spine. So I guess this is like where the whole body buzz sensation kind of comes from. He points out here how a good way to kind of force this feeling, which I kind of referenced before, but this is the part of the book where he actually says it, gives you a little exercise that you can try, where you take a shorter breath inhale, and then you do a very long exhale, like as long as you can, without having it be too difficult or stressful to you. But then you keep that up for about 5 minutes, and that should essentially force this feeling starting to come by essentially putting pressure on your dorsal, where is it? Yeah, dorsal vagal nerve. I don't see where it says. Oh yeah, dorsal vagal complex. That's what I meant to say. So a few more things. When you breathe out, the diaphragm is pushing upwards into the area of the rib cage. The rib cage is also falling naturally. And all of this increased pressure is pleasantly massaging the lungs, heart, and other organs, pressing all of this against the dorsal vagal complex and against your spine. This is what activates the parasympathetic response within the dorsal vagal complex. And so this isn't something he recommends, but this is something that I find to be helpful for me. That's why I like lying down when I'm doing this, right? I don't know if like me lying down makes more of that pressure, that massage action going on against my dorsal vagal complex, which I should read back. I don't even know if that one's in your spine, but I'm guessing it's in your spine. But it really does seem to help. Plus, another way why I think that helps so much is he points out how this body skin tingling thing starts to happen in the part of your body that is most profoundly relaxed. And then if you're lying down, you can relax to the point of playing dead, which brings up another meditation thing I made up many years ago, which I would call my playing dead meditation, where at the very bottom of my exhale, which you have to be lying down for. I would even try to do this between my heartbeats, but I think you can just skip that part right now if you want. But at the bottom of my exhale, I would just try to turn off and play dead, just try to cut everything and completely 100% relax. And that's when I noticed I would get this tingling sensation normally in my extremities first, like my arms and my legs. And then I would return back to that on every exhale. And eventually this buzzing feeling or skin tingling feeling would start to spread throughout my entire body. And it was, pretty cool and pleasant feeling. And so we'll end it with this part here. Do you have the hands hot and heavy already? If so, you have already awakened the dorsal vagal. Now you need to be present and curious enough to notice that the dorsal vagal itself is coming alive in the area of the spine. It might begin as simply as a little tickle behind your heart or around your diaphragm. Another place I can notice it too, aside from my extremities, is in like my lower abdomen specifically. I have a whole separate video on that, which we'll save that shit for later. I've brought it up in previous videos in this exact same series, and also, way back in the past. But as you keep feeling it, the tickle will spread into your awareness from one area of the spine to the entire spine. The little tickle becomes a joyous tickle, which becomes an ecstatic expectancy. This ecstatic awakening becomes the bliss of the Kriya Yogi. This is the progression of feeling into the dorsal vagal complex, becoming aware of what the parasympathetic is doing inside of you. So, yeah, it's a pretty awesome, very nice, pleasant way to meditate. And definitely something I think is worth giving a try. And yeah, try my Playing Dead meditation if you're looking for this tingling feeling. You can combine that with the really long exhale. And I think you could discover this blissful feeling for yourself. So with that said, we'll close it there. And until the next video, keep your meditation practice legit.